Hi. Just a few quick words about President Trump's silly idea to annex Canada. Make it you wouldn't make it the 51st state. You'd admit each province. And that only makes sense if you actually have regionalization in the U.S. so that, the British Columbia and Western Oregon and Western Washington would be Cascadia, or they would be, and at Idaho they'd just be a region, in the combined thing. Ontario would work lovely with Wisconsin and Michigan and other states that border Ohio. Yeah, and Ontario would be a lovely region. If we wanted to have 7 regions, you could work it out. The PEI and those island and certain islands would be a great part of New England. It could work out 6 or 7 or 8 regions of both. The Greenland, Nunavut would be, Greenland would join the Indian territories of Canada. It wouldn't join the United States. It would join the Indian territories. But there's only one thing that has to happen first before we can even talk about this. That is the revocation of the revolution. Yes, we would have to join the Commonwealth of Nations. So, for Donald, we'll join with Canada as soon as the United States joins back with England. That's how never it is, dude. Unless England is part of our polity or we're part of their polity. If we have a king, if Charles becomes our king, then we can talk about moving it around. And then we would have to have regions and abolish the presidency of the United States now, considering the crap show that Donald Trump has made of the country. It's probably worth it. Just have regional vice presidents and, regional prime ministers and regional parliaments, and, they all get together and, there'll be some kind of head of state, of course, or a head of joint government, but it won't be Donald Trump. Ever. Nobody named Trump. Ever. So, yeah, if we want to start singing God Save the King, yeah, Canada. Till then, nope. That's the reals, baby. So, to my Canadian relatives and friends, next time the blowhard says 51st state, say, welcome to the Commonwealth. Bonnie King Charles. Yep. Should shut him up just a bit. Yes. Hopefully a lot of it. Good evening.